Hi Virgo, it's Power and Light Tarot coming at you with the reading. Today we have an awesome love reading, Virgo. I say that because I have already done the reading, and this is a redo because there's a little bit of shoulder over here showing, and good God, right? Yeah. And so Virgo, yeah, if you guys would like a 5-minute free psychic reading, click on the link below. All the information is down below. Yeah. But let's get into this, Virgo, and you start with starting over reversed and the squirrel and the chestnut, which is preparation. All right. So, starting over talks about this is the snake and the fern. It talks about somebody who wants major change in their life. They know it's necessary. And it's necessary because we have the moon, and this talks about feeling safe and satisfying your emotional needs. And somebody here does this for you. You also feel like this person is a friend. We have the 11th house here, which is Aquarius energy, and this is like humanitarian, friends, groups of people, and it's all about that. Aquarius, some people call it the house of friendship, the 11th house. So you also have here. But this starting over card reversed, it talks about change is necessary. So you are making change here, but there's fear, right? And so there's always fear with change. It's just the way life is, right? It is, right? And I feel like it starts with C because some people feel chaos when they implement change in their life. And it's nothing to laugh about. It's the way it is. This is why we learn meditation, and this is why we learn all these things to help us feel more grounded and able to basically conquer the world, right? Here's the third house. This is early childhood. This is Gemini. And here's little birdies talking to each other. And they said, change is necessary, honey. Yeah. And you might be leaving a relationship here, or maybe it's a career here. But I do have 3 cards from Amor et Psyche. And we will show those in just a moment. And that was it. Their little shoulder was showing here, kind of. And I'm like, oh my goodness, what might they say, right? Yeah. But let's continue, Virgo. This is also all about communication, right? The third house, Gemini, is the house of communication. It's about your thoughts. It could be about what you like to read about, study, anything regarding the sword, right? And the mind. But I feel like you want to communicate with this person. It's also possible this person is from your childhood, because this is Gemini is the house of children or childhood. And then we have the friends card over here. Definitely somebody from your past, because we have memories and remembrance in the reading. Yeah, we do. Here's the moon, Virgo. And the moon sits here between the 11th house of Aquarius and the 3rd house of Gemini. And so the moon here is satisfying emotional needs. Yeah, this is Cancerian energy, but basically this is about nurturing yourself, could be about nurturing others, satisfying emotional needs. This person, Virgo, satisfies your emotional needs. They do. I feel like they are your friend. They satisfy your emotional needs in love, and also your sensual needs, right? And you guys know what the real word, but I'm not going to say it here because of the restriction, right? Starts with an S as well, right? So here we are, Virgo. Here we are. We have the Strength card. This is helping you. You have courage here. Well, it's interesting because, or this is what you want. It could be either, because this is kind of this is a spread that is seen. I just do it like this. I read it 2 different ways for more of an understanding and a comprehensive read, right? So, maybe this is just what you want here. But I feel like you understand, if you get up and you have courage and go make this necessary change, that it will like reap you some benefits. Yeah, definitely. Or have you maybe back in the arms of this person. Now, for some, it could be that you're getting your needs met some other way, right? It's possible, but when we see these cards, we have sensual bliss here as the first card, and she's covered, right? She is, because of, she has nice shoulders, you guys. And so this is sensual bliss. That is not the real word, but I will say that. The loving gaze here is showing up, Virgo, in in what's crossing you here. It could be challenging or supporting you here, but this talks about when you're in love with somebody. It does. And so let's see what they say about that one card here, a loving gaze, because this could both support you and kind of challenge you, right? It's in that position. Let's see what it says for Virgo, please. And you guys, I'm going to be doing all the signs, although I won't be doing them as often as Sagittarius and Capricorn, right? Because those are the people who watch the most, right? So let's see what we have. A loving gaze. These eyes shine with radiant love, seeing love. Oh, the way her eyes radiate. The sound of flutes and music fills the air. Yeah, this is about major love for somebody. So much energy can come from a seductive stare, a playful glare. Eyes full of passion and joy, she fixes her loving gaze to express her story. The eyes are the gateway to the soul, and through them she allows her inner being to pour forth. What do you see? It's possible, Virgo, here that you're getting ready to go contact this person because we have preparation next to the third house of communication. You might be telling them even, you meet my emotional needs, you're a friend, can we get back together? Right? So this, in this reading here, Virgo, is like somebody that you want to return to because we have memories and remembrance right here, why it's all happening. So it's possible here that you are like preparing the proper way to try to return to this person. Maybe you feel that if you look at them in a certain way, kind of, that they will get your loving gaze. I feel like you are definitely preparing here what to say because preparation is next to the third house. Yeah, which is Gemini. Yeah, it doesn't mean, you guys, that your third house is in Gemini. It doesn't mean that, right? No. And also, Gemini, with this necessary change, we have a Scorpio full moon coming up. Yesterday I said it was a new moon. I beg your pardon, you guys. But, the energies right now are about purging. Purging things that no longer belong in our life or no longer serve us or emotionally satisfy us. It could be dreams, not dreams. It could be jobs or, or relationships, even marriages. Things are going to end right now. And for some, it'll just be friendships, right? Well, so-and-so's doing that in their life, and I'm really not into that, and I'm into something else. Because there's growth here, and Pluto's in Aquarius. And Virgo, Pluto in Aquarius is about profound change. Pluto is the planet that rules Scorpio, and we're going to be moving into a Scorpio full moon, right? And Pluto will move back into Capricorn, but just for a little bit of time, I think till the end of November. And for almost 23 years, it's 23 years, I believe, Pluto will be in Aquarius, right? And so, yeah, Pluto's far from the Earth. And so when any planet that is far from the Earth, it takes longer for it to transit. So it takes about 24 years for it to transit the Earth, I believe. Here, Virgo, I feel like you are definitely moving into change, right? So Pluto comes along as kind of the Grim Reaper, right? He just comes along as the skeleton, right? Transformation, death and transformation, the same one we see on the death card, right? He's coming along for a new beginning. He's ending things that, no longer serve. And the sun is in the back on that card. I don't have that card here, but this is about profound change in death and rebirth and transformation. And that's what you're doing here. And so in the heart of the matter, Virgo, is the Empress and the Seven of Pentacles. Here's the man walking away from something. And he just takes one pentacle. He leaves the rest. He's kind of happy. This is his harvest because he holds the hoe, right? Everybody knows what a hoe is still, right? I feel like they don't want you to know anything about the, planting food or, anything like that. Anything of, that can help you sustain, right? So here he is walking away here, and he's holding this one, and this is in your supporting energy or your challenging energy. So here it's your crossing energy. Here you are preparing with a little bit of fear here for profound change in your life. This supports you because because you're going to a place where you feel like your needs will be satisfied. And so here we have the Strength card is helping you, this courage. It could be patience because you're preparing over here. It could be helping you, right? Here's the Ten of Wands. And this man here has dropped the 9 wands. Like, I can't hear, I may not. I don't want to use CANT. It's a very disempowering word that your mind is listening to you say. Yeah, it's that deep, right? Your thoughts, right? So, or that important, right? Impactful. So here, this is like this man says to himself, I may not hold these anymore. I mustn't. I won't hold all these wands. I have to, I'm putting something heavy down. I'm doing this. This is a number 10 and a completion. And this is you walking away from something here. Here's the Five of Swords reversed. It shows up in the past. It shows up, Virgo, as this energy here of, fix the camera, you guys, the energy of despair in the past. Or it shows up in this reading as a defeat and a victory. Because in this reading, you know that you have to move on in your life. This is necessary change. It's not to hurt somebody. It's not to, of course it's not, right? But there could be somebody hurt here. The Ten of Cups is in the near future. Here you are walking towards your happily ever after. And the Lovers, Virgo, shows up in the advice. Now, here is, here is the the angel, and she's blessing the couple, right? And they are below, and we have the couple covered, and you guys should kind of understand why here. But she's blessing them, and she's holding the sword here. This is in your advice. This person is the soulmate. You know this. This is your own advice. Like, this is my soulmate, and they meet my needs, all your needs, friendship, emotional, and sensuality. There's nothing left, really, right? And it's possible they meet your with the third house Gemini, which is very cerebral here, next to the moon, showing your needs being met. They could also be like somebody intelligent that you like to talk to. They're a friend as well. So, that's another need. I know for me, I need to be with somebody intelligent. And if they're not, well, then it's tough toenails, right? Yeah, it's just, because I like to talk about a lot of things. You guys, if you guys know me by my readings, you will know that I am philosophical and and cerebral. Yeah, I am. So let's see what we have here. I am a Sagittarius. They are philosophical. I also have a Sag brother who is philosophical, but the philosophy is, it's questionable. For sure it is. All right, I feel like it is here, and we won't talk about him, Virgo. The Lovers card, and this is how you're being affected. You're being affected to make a choice here. That's the Lovers is a choice. Yes, it is, and you know that you have to make this change. It's necessary. It's good for you. It may be bad for somebody else, but such is life sometimes. And in your environment here this is how you're affecting somebody too. Somebody here is afraid here, 9 of Wands, like uncertain and insecure here. They think you're going to end it with them, the 10 of Swords, because this is how you're affecting somebody. Or you're affecting somebody else here who could be waiting for you and maybe waiting for you to end something as well, and they're not sure you will do that. And we also have in your hopes and fears is the Knight of Swords, but first we had the Page of Pentacles. I had pulled, a clarifier. And here you are with the Page of Pentacles. You're offering it to the little gnome here. And he's a nice man, he is. And he's coming over with his arms open. This is what you want. You want to offer something valuable to somebody. Maybe they're shorter than you. Well, that's okay, Virgo, right? I'm usually shorter than, the people I have dated in the past. Right? And that's okay. I'm not really a tall woman, no, but definitely average, right? Stature is not important. No, it is your character, of course, right? It is definitely your character. And so, but here, like, you're hoping that you're going to have a new start that's fertile. Here's the page offering this here. You could be right here. This could be about you telling this person too, look, I've eliminated something from my life, because here's the Knight, and this is aggressive energy, and he's cutting out the other Knight. Yeah. And with Pluto and Aquarius, there's going to be endings here. In the collective, can talk about endings to do things in a new way. And some will be, honestly, some will be good and some will be bad. A lot of changes in belief systems, how people believe in things, and the money system too, that will all change, right? But for you, Virgo, and for the, on a personal level here, you're eliminating something from your life here, and it is like liberating you here. And Aquarius, Pluto and Aquarius can be liberating. It can be closing doors and ending things for kind of liberation, right? Yeah, it can. Aquarius is a sign of freedom and humanity, basically, but friends and groups of people, right? Friendships. But here, I feel like you're eliminating something you are, and you're hoping for a new start. And in your outcome, Virgo, is the Hermit, right? Here you are, Virgo, showing up in your green duds. And Virgo, in this particular reading here, or deck, which is, very, I like this deck. But in your outcome here, Virgo, this is you, and you're looking down off of this kind of mount, kind of, and you're out in the snow, right? You have your black dog with you, and you have the snake here. You're being loyal to yourself. Yeah, because you're satisfying your needs. And here you are holding the snake like for a new life. And maybe, this new life that you're fighting for has kind of, been so hard for you. I feel like it has with the Five of Swords and the Ten of Wands here. I feel like it's been difficult, and the Ten of Swords. So here you are, Virgo. But the Lantern, you're standing over, you're looking down like, I have the wisdom, I have the light, the love and the light here. I have it. And this snake, maybe this, the snake talks about eating his skin for a new life. Maybe this has eaten you up in the past, like really bothered you. I feel like it has, right? I feel like you wanted this change for a long time. You're preparing now. And here's the loyalty towards yourself. And, we're in Aries season. Aries is about the self. So we have endings now, and asserting yourself for everybody, not just Virgos, right? You're asserting yourself, and you are asserting yourself and taking action. But this is about what's good for you. Aries is the self. So this is, this is good for you. And let's look at these cards briefly. And the first card was this lady, and her hair's a trip, right? But I have her covered, and this is sensual bliss. And that was not the right word, but we're not going to say it here. We have a loving gaze. This is crossing you, Virgo. And here, this loving gaze almost looks like it's kind of third-party energy, or some type of desire that, that you have to make come true for yourself. And I say this because she's looking here with the loving gaze here, and here is the devil in the back. He's blowing some type of flute here, right? So there's major desire here, but you could be going to talk to this person, Virgo, and really kind of hopefully giving them like some type of loving gaze. You want this person to receive you and like believe you, something like that in this reading. I feel like you do. And I feel like maybe this person's from your childhood because of the third house of children and Virgo, right? It's childhood relationships, early childhood is what it is. Maybe somebody's been kind of wounded in the past, and in their childhood, and we all have, Virgo. I don't know if I spoke about this. Not all of us, but many of us have, right? This is kind of, so taking care of the kids is really important, and it is, because they are for the next generation. Not lying to them, and and all this other stuff, or selling them some bogus, right? Yeah, bogus kind of narrative, right? But here, Virgo, memories and remembrance is why it's all happening for you. Yeah. So, maybe something kind of hurt you in your past, right? That has kind of made this change a little bit more difficult, right? Change is not easy for anybody, right? No, it's not. And even babies don't like change. When you change their diaper, do they? They're moving all over. Leave me alone. I don't need a clean diaper. You're thinking to yourself, what a silly analogy. We're going to end this reading, Virgo. And private readings are open. They are. And you can see the About tab if you would like one. on my YouTube page. Thanks so much, you guys, for joining me. God bless. And Virgo, this is beautiful here. And I understand about change. You know, a lot of us are going through changes, and it's never that easy because it always represents the unknown, doesn't it? Sometimes with the unknown are the most beautiful things that come out of that, right? Instead of the dull routine. This is an interesting how Scorpio, the full moon, will affect you, Virgo. Too, Scorpio, not only Pluto and Aquarius, but a full moon in Scorpio. I feel like it's an eclipse too, which talks about sometimes difficult kind of a push and pull energy kind of, but eclipses are, you know, indeed kind of, you know, after all, there are opportunities. And with the Scorpio full moon, this is more death and transformation, death and rebirth. And interesting, your life, Virgo, you yourself, your sign talks about, for anybody who has a lot of Virgo in their chart, you don't even have to be a Virgo for this to resonate. Anybody who has a lot of Virgo in their chart, this is why it is important to know your chart. If you guys want your chart analyzed, there's a small fee. It's $50, and I will put it back up on my, it takes about an hour really to talk with you about your chart and explain, right? It's not really, a chart's not so much for the layman. No, it's not. But, you know, Virgo is about health and service and work, but it is also about your everyday life. It's so important for you guys to have a functional everyday life. Right, or be married or be with the right person because you're in with that person day in and day out, or have the right job, or just your daily life's really important. And that's what Scorpio, that's how it's affecting you. There's going to be profound change, Virgo, in your daily life. There is. We're going to end this, Virgo. You guys rock. Thank you so much for joining me here. God bless you guys. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe.